A teacher at a Fresno college now detailing his heroic efforts after a student was shot outside of Manchester Center.
I immediately yelled at them to stop the fight. As soon as I yelled at them to stop the fight, I heard the first 2 gunshots go off. The victim got hit. He collapsed at most 15 feet from me.
Why he says his background in juvenile corrections helped prepare him for violence that he never expected to encounter there.
The strongest storm of this year is expected to devastate parts of the Caribbean in the coming days. What message Jamaica's prime minister is now issuing for people that will be impacted by this Category 5 storm?
Of the 40 million families likely to face food insecurity when funding for SNAP benefits runs out, 5 million of them are in California. How one local assembly member is stepping up to ensure families here in Fresno County don't go hungry this November.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
Good Tuesday morning to you. We begin this hour with a live look at the Bay Bridge as people are going to and fro, a lot of them heading to work, driving into the city to get their day going. On the other hand, we are struggling to get going this morning. We hope you're not. Good morning to you. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that struggle is real.
It really is.
You Dodger fans were up pretty late last night.
Well,
the rest of us just didn't sleep like normal people.
Yeah, I'm exhausted for a number of things, so I'm just like, let's do this. Let's do this.
The struggle bus is there. Come on,
let's
go. Board. Just let's go.
That's how I am. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Your wish is my command. Let's go.
All 3 hours of sleep. Three hours of sleep, if that.
There we go. So it's going to be a struggle for you to lift the fog out of your brain, and it's going to be a struggle lifting the fog from the valley too, because we got a dense fog this morning. Dense fog advisory this morning, and it hasn't really settled in yet. It was pretty clear coming in this morning, but it's 57 degrees right now. Winds are at 3 miles an hour, and dew points at 52. All right, so here's the rest of the day. We should have a little bit of fog going here. It's mostly going to be in the South Valley, really. Otherwise, things should be mostly sunny in Fresno at 56 at 10 a.m. And at noon, there should be plenty of sunshine there, 64, 5 o'clock, 73. Some of us are going to take longer to clear out than others, and wind speeds should be fairly calm. Now, your next weather maker, well, it's bringing a bunch of different conditions. We got a couple of advisories related to the wind, and we're going to talk about a little bit of heat, too. I'll explain that next.
In a story that you'll see only here on Fox 26, a teacher at UEI College, the Manchester Center, is now talking about his heroic efforts to save a student who had been shot. The 25-year-old was shot in the leg after an argument erupted between 2 people in the parking lot. That's according to police. Fresno police tell us that 4 to 10 shots may have been fired. This was on Wednesday night. Classes were in session. The instructor tells us that he didn't think twice when he saw the student in need of urgent help. Chris Hulsey has been working as a criminal justice instructor for the last 10 years at UEI College, and he says he never expected to witness the kind of violence that he teaches firsthand at work. But his background in juvenile corrections prepared him to take swift action to help save the student.
As soon as we got inside and the door shut behind us, that's when I heard the other shots happen. I didn't see that they had hit the door till afterwards, that we had just came through. But once we were inside, we waited till the shots stopped, and then we pulled him the rest of the way up to the next landing so they couldn't shoot him directly. So I've had a lot of training in this, so I didn't even really get time to think about it. It was only afterwards I was able to say, wow, that was a little close.
Police say the building briefly went into lockdown following that shooting. In a statement from UEI, it says that it commends Chris's heroic actions, who acted quickly to assist and bring the victim to safety following the recent incident on the campus. It goes on to say that his courage and compassion exemplify the spirit and dedication of our faculty, who always put the well-being of our students first. Hulsey, by the way, still went to work the next day. He says that shooting won't stop him from teaching kids about incidents like these. The college says that the student is in stable condition, and police are still looking for the suspect, who was last seen wearing a dark hooded sweatshirt driving a silver car. Police are crediting the ShotSpotter system for allowing officers to respond quickly. Hulsey says that they got there in under 5 minutes. Fresno is now taking part in Governor Gavin Newsom's statewide push to tackle homelessness. City, county, and state leaders teamed up to host the first ever resource fair in partnership with the state's SAFE Task Force at the Hope Point Emergency Shelter on North Blackstone Avenue. This is designed as a one-stop shop to help more than 100 people access resources that they need to get back on their feet by connecting people with housing, health, and social services.
When I first got here, I asked the question, how many people were served today? And I was shocked to hear 60. These are 60 lives that will continue to be changed for the positive right here in Fresno County, specifically in the city of Fresno.
Being able to have all of those resources here in one place ultimately helps to end homelessness for our guests here at Hope Point much, much faster. The faster that we can end homelessness for our guests here at Hope Point, the faster that we can bring someone else in off of the street and do the same services with them to end their homelessness permanently.
That event continues today from 9 to 2. We're told up to 120 people experiencing homelessness are expected to receive support and resources over the 2 days. Now, yesterday's resource fair, we did ask Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer about Soul Housing, the organization that left nearly 200 people out on the streets earlier this month. The mayor explained what steps are being taken to make sure that another Soul Housing disaster doesn't happen.
You know, the city attorney's office is looking into some of the operations of Soul Housing, but the simple way is for them to communicate with the city. Any service provider that comes into our jurisdiction, we would expect and anticipate that they would contact us, either us or the county, and let them know that they're operating within our jurisdiction. We did not know that about Soul Housing, and the way that we found out was all of a sudden we started hearing from people about a number of homeless people that were hanging out around Ashland and Blackstone.
Mayor Dyer went on to say that since it partnered with a different service provider, the city hasn't heard a single complaint.
All right, 5:06 here, and we got a little bit going on with the forecast today. So for us, we're going to get a little bit of residual moisture hanging out with us today. That's going to lead us to a little bit of fog, because we also got some high pressure that's building, and that's going to lead to that fog. Southern California is going to have some big issues going here the next couple of days. They've got a trough that's developed there, and that's going to get they're also going to get some high pressure, not just from the Great Basin area, but also from the Pacific there. And that's going to lead them to a heat advisory, if you can believe that. Also, they're going to have their first Santa Ana wind event of the season down there in Southern California. So we'll have more on all those in just a second here, but I got to show you the visibilities right now because we have a dense fog advisory for parts of the San Joaquin Valley, and it's mainly to the south here, Kings County, Tulare County, parts of Fresno County. Looking at this, Reedley right now has quarter-mile visibility. Zero visibility down in Porterville right now, so very dense fog going on there, three-quarter mile visibility there in Hanford as well. That dense fog advisory, by the way, is going to last until 10 o'clock this morning here. So just a reminder to just drive safely out there. Low beams, slow down, give yourself time, and please try to be very alert as you're out there on the road. Some other alerts we got to tell you about here, mainly towards Southern California. There is a wind advisory over towards the Central Coast, by the way, just for the morning, about 40-mile-an-hour winds there. But they got some windy conditions in Southern California. The first Santa Ana wind event of the season is happening, and they've got a fire weather warning because of it in effect until tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. That fire weather warning, the pink shaded areas there, either side of the Grapevine there in parts of Los Angeles and Ventura counties there, and likely getting into Santa Barbara too. They also got a heat advisory going over there, and that's in effect until tomorrow night as well. They're talking about mid-80s, low 90s. That is very hot for them, but also they got some wind going on out there, so hence the fire dangers going on there. So it's just until tomorrow night. Again, first Santa Ana wind event of the season for Southern California. Otherwise, we're looking at a 74 in the San Joaquin Valley today, right about normal, maybe a degree above it there, but we warm up ourselves tomorrow, up to 79 tomorrow, and then we get an 80 on tap for you Thursday there, but plenty of sunshine those 2 days. Should be clearing out for us today. Upper 40s, low 50s overnight. Next, we're taking a look at your highs and lows for today across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
It is 5:08. A big infusion of emergency resources is now headed to the communities of Cantua Creek, El Porvenir, 5 Points, and San Joaquin. The Fresno County Fire Protection District and Intersect Power announced a $104 million funding agreement. This will help build and staff a new state-of-the-art fire station in Cantua Creek to serve West Side communities. Intersect will make an additional $15 million direct payment to fund the construction and buy fire engines. We are now 28 days into the government shutdown with no clear end in sight. Hear why the American Federation of Government Employees is now urging Democrats and Republicans to come together to reopen the government. A top Border Patrol official expected to appear in federal court this morning. Why he'll be expected to answer for tactics being used by agents in Chicago. Time is now 5:09.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.